Let's dive into what Rev.io PSA provides from an inventory and purchasing perspective. In the inventory category on the navigation pane, I can go into purchase orders to see all purchase orders that I have created within the system. I can see any newly created orders. Orders can be created from tickets, but they can also be created directly from this view here. I can simply come up here and click Add Purchase Order to start that process. I have the PO status, the PO date. If I know how they're going to ship it right now, I can put that information in. The provider, what vendor am I buying these items from? What address am I shipping these items to? And then I can simply add my products. I'm going to go ahead and add 10 phones. The cost comes directly from the provider's set cost in the product catalog, and items within our product catalog that can be ordered like this can have multiple vendors selected for them. We're going to add the item to the PO, and we're going to create this purchase order. Now, this isn't going to actually order anything. This is a tracking tool right now. We do have plans for integrations that will allow you to submit an order directly from here. But right now, we want to make sure we can track the fact that I ordered this product. So I can come in here and approve this PO when I have successfully ordered it from the vendor. If the vendor does accept emailed PO requests, once a PO has been approved, I can email it directly to the vendor. It comes in as an attachment, which is nice. I have my purchase order, and now simply all I have to do is wait for the item to come in. I can edit the purchase order for ship date, ship method, tracking number, provider order number, provider invoice number as I get that information to keep all of that information stored in one place. Once the item comes in, I simply come in here and I receive the item. I can receive 1, 5, or all of them in one go. It depends on how I get the products in. We're very flexible in that. I can tell the system where I want these items to be received into. We support multiple warehouses, trucks, storage bins, multiple inventory locations are supported within Rev.io PSA. I'm going to go ahead and receive all 10 of these into my main warehouse. And we're going to go ahead and update those receipts. Now, if I made a mistake when I was receiving, I could clear those staged receipts and I could re-receive. But I didn't make any mistakes, so let's go ahead and commit those into inventory. Now, if I wanted to keep this PO open, maybe to add more products to it or anything like that, I could, or I can mark this as completed, which will complete the PO. That is how inventory can easily come into our inventory control system. And if I go and look at my purchase order list, you'll see that that purchase order is right there and it is completed. Most people would filter this list, filter the completed orders out, just look at new and open orders, approve orders, make sure that they're ordering everything that we need for the jobs that we need to order them for. Notice that a lot of these POs are actually tied to different tickets over here. When it comes to managing inventory, we have an entire view dedicated to inventory management. So here I can see all of my locations, all of my customized locations, all of the products that I have. I can search for products. I can filter down by locations. I can see everything that I have. I can see how many I have on hand, how many are reserved, how many are available. If we look at that AT&T phone, I now have 35 on hand. 23 of them are reserved out on jobs, giving me 12 available. If I want to keep an eye on the items that are reserved, I can look at this reservations list, which is every item that has been reserved on a job that has not been invoiced yet. This job has not been sent to billing or invoiced. And that might be okay for things from this month, but what about things from last October? Ooh, that might be a problem. I could have some jobs lasting that long. It might be okay that I haven't invoiced for some of this, but the likelihood of that outcome dwindles over time. This gives you one place you can check every week. Make sure that all of the items that you have reserved on jobs are accounted for. This will save you money. We have detailed serial number tracking, complete with specific cost functionality. Allows us to track every serial number in the system and the unique cost tied to that serial number. We can deploy serial numbers out to sites. So if you rent or you lease products or you have any hardware as a service programs, you maintain ownership of the product, but we can give it to the customer account in Rev.io PSA and keep track of it as if it is an owned asset by them. At the end of that term, you can bring it back into your stock. And we have a very detailed audit log. So everyone that's coming in and touching anything within the system, anybody that's doing any inventory adjustments up or down, or adding product, or purchasing product, or receiving product, or reserving product, or selling product, it's all logged within this history, within this audit trail, all down to the user that did it. Inventory adjustments could not be easier within this system. I simply return to the matrix, and let's say that I wanted to add a few more items here. Let's say I wanted to just add 3. I found 3. They weren't counted in here. All I have to do is click on the cell corresponding to the product and the warehouse that I want to make the adjustment in, and I can simply either transfer or adjust inventory. I'm going to go ahead and add 3 of these. I'm going to use the average calculation, and I'm going to say found in back of warehouse. I just added 3 in. I could also put a negative amount if I needed to write something off, but every adjustment requires a note. Why? Because of that history view I just showed you. This is a very comprehensive inventory control system designed to make things easier for you to keep track of.